What's up, YouTube? Back again with another topic. I honestly didn't feel like making this video today. Um, yeah, I was going through a lot and just thinking about like not having your shit together, which is the main topic, and the frustrations that come along with it. Um, yeah, just for me, I've been put in many situations in my life where you got to a certain point where you know you can make it, you know you can get past the next level, you know you can do what you can possibly do, but then you can do five things right, but that one thing that you get wrong completely takes you out of the opportunity. And there's nothing worse than that. It's not like you put up a good fight and then that's it. It's just you get disqualified immediately. And I can't tell you how frustrating that feels and to go through that. And it's just, it fills me with so much just disappointment and frustration towards myself and the situation. And have me going over what can I possibly do to be better for the next time that it happens, so I can at least learn from it and get better through the situation. But yeah, there were many times where I would be in situations where I would be at work or be in relationships where it's just a series of mistakes that wasn't, of course, not intentional. No one intends to make a mistake, but once they do happen, there's no going back. And the only thing you can do is just to really reflect and understand and think about and learn from your mistakes to kind of keep going forward. But the, what the thing is with me, not having my stuff together, where it all ties down to, it's just basically, um, yeah, I was just thinking about relationships and stuff like that, and just thinking about what I could have done better and how to kind of move forward, and how I can't think about that now, on the path that I'm doing and where I'm going in life. And as much as it would be nice for have a little cuddle buddy, a little snuggle, somebody to be with, be all booed up with, it's just not the time. And yeah, the last relationship I was with, I didn't have myself together. I really didn't. I was going back and forth, two different counties, Anaheim, LA. One was at work, one was at school, trying to manage everything on top of being in a relationship. And the person I was with really cared about it. We cared about it at the time. And I saw a lot of potential in it, but her situation was, not good, where she needed me more than I needed her. And like to drive and kind of do some of the stuff and planning and a lot of this stuff. But I knew deep down it could have worked out, because she would always ask, hey, are you gonna get your own place, or are you gonna make time for us to do something for the future? And I'd be like, yeah. And I would agree, of course, but not really knowing I didn't have the time for it because of my situation of being busy all the time, just hustling. And of course, it's just like this self-deprecating thing where, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, but it just, the outcome doesn't feel right. It's just you do what you're supposed to do, but then it kind of, it just feels like you're doing the wrong thing, or the wrong interactions happen, just a lot of conflict. And of course it can easily go down like you and that person wasn't meant to be. Of course it can always salute to that. But then I kind of thought about it a little further ahead, and it's more than about the relationship. It's just about in total, just in general, about being honest with yourself. And not, when you don't have your shit together, just be honest, like, hey, I don't have it together. I'm not going to distract myself or hope for the best. I'm going to put myself in the best possible situation, so further down the line I could be ready instead of trying to get ready, so I can have that and be on deck. Because when you have that on deck, it carries out through everything that you do, and I believe in that. That's why for a minute, before I met the last relationship, I didn't want to date nobody, because I knew that I didn't have myself together. I didn't even have time to take care of myself. I mean, I was, struggling, trying to pay for things, and I wasn't making enough money because I was, was in school and trying to like manage back and forth and all kind of stuff. And it was really stressful just trying to keep up with being in a relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, there's just something that goes along with it. Like, yeah, I think for every guy, we trying to be macho as fuck. Yeah, we would like to have a relationship. That's the whole, everybody, guys and girls. We all want to be in a relationship, but I think it boils down to you being complete as a person, because if you're not complete as a person, you're just gonna be putting your baggage onto the other person that you're trying to be with. And I know as much as you care about them and as much as you want to avoid that, it's going to inevitably happen. And when it happens, it will be a little build up to where that one day, all it takes, the little mistakes, all it takes is that one day for something to happen, and then it'd be the end of it, you know. And it's just like, damn, how can I prevent this? Well, if you were complete, or if you had structure within yourself to not let that happen, it could have been avoided. And that's what bothers me, and that's what irritates me around that time when we have to kind of split and do other stuff. And just kind of reflecting now, just be like, okay, things didn't work out, but just staying consistent on this journey. Like, yeah, recently the feelings of like me wanting to be in some type of relationship came through again, of just wanting to be with somebody, you know, because, you know, human, you know, fuck, it's as simple as that. But I know I can't, because even if I do get with someone else or something like that, same thing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna have my shit together. I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be trying to do all this kind of stuff and juggle. And you know, if you don't have time for yourself, how are you gonna make time for somebody else? You know, you're just gonna put your problems onto them, and it's just that self-sacrifice. That I feel like Spider-Man from. If you guys seen the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from the first movie, where Mary Jane wanted to be with Peter, but then he knew the stuff that came along with him, and of being Spider-Man, and he had to take the choice of not having to be in a relationship and being responsible about it. So, I mean, that was a really cool thing about it. So I really appreciate, you know, just seeing that as a kid and understanding that now, you know, as an adult, you know, roughly around the same age as him when he was in the movies and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's just tough choices, man. Just tough choices. That's all it boils down to. I'm on this journey. I'm working. I'm working out, trying to do all this stuff. But it's just, damn, you know, it's that thing that gets to you. And I'm like, nah, I gotta focus. I can't let this shit happen. Especially now, like, if you want a girlfriend, you put that as your main priority, they're gonna use that against you. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's no girls want to be with a guy that's like, oh, I really want to be with you, baby. I want to care for you. I ain't saying I'm down bad, but like, you know, put it, you know, over exemplify it to a point where it's just like, okay, it's noticeable that you really want to be with somebody. But how are you as a person? Are you well taken care of? Do you take care of your mental health? Are you okay mentally, physically, spiritually, all that, financially, everything else? Is that okay, or are you just kind of using it as a cope? And so it's just, man, I have to make sure I'm good. You got to make sure you're good on your own. So before you get into a relationship, you be complete. You know, you be a good, solid whole. So at least you'll have the leverage of being confident in yourself fully, because women can sense stuff, and they can detect if you're not confident in yourself. And it's not the fact that I don't believe I'm not confident. It's just I'm very fucking hard on myself. I'm my biggest critique. You know what I'm saying? If I don't got my shit together, I know I don't got my shit. I'm gonna be fucking working on it, but I ain't gonna be like trying to be out here talking to people and like, hey, you know, hey baby girl, like, what's up? Ain't got no. I mean, there's dudes out here that ain't got shit together, but you know, they pull because they believe, and they don't believe in anything else above that, and they're more confident within that, which is fine for them. Not hating, not, you know, destroying them, but I can't do that. I got to be honest with myself. I got my shit together. I got my shit together, and I got to work on it. We all got to work on it. But basically, that's what I want to talk about this video, and just making sure you're whole as a person before you get into anything. And I think that's kind of, yeah, just honest, just being honest with yourself. And I just there's no time for me to date. I mean, really no time. I mean, like, yeah, say if I get in a relationship, you know, same thing's gonna happen. You know, it's gonna work out, and then I'm not gonna be available, and then I'm not gonna be emotionally available, and then there's gonna be more problems on top of that. Eventually, they're either gonna get irritated, bored, uninterested, want to go seek out something else. But me, I know I could do much more in a relationship because do have good qualities. But since of me having to go back and forth, working, hustling, and busting my ass, it's just not going to stand for it. They're going to put their priorities first, and basically all this could be eradicated if I just be like, you know something, fuck it. If that person don't want to be with me, fine. But I'm just going to focus on what I can control and dictate where my journey is going to be and focus on my future. That's the basic thing I'm going to do, because I'm not going to do that shit to myself again. Shit is bullshit. It frustrates me being having a good opportunity, because I knew things could have worked out, but just having the opportunity with somebody and then just because of your situation, because you don't have your shit together, it had to be cut short. And it's fucking frustrating. There's nothing that pisses me off when I don't have my shit together. When I'm in a situation where like everything is set up and I need this to get to the next level. Not because I want to impress the other person, so I can let myself know that I can't accomplish things. I can't do whatever I put my mind into. Because I know it's possible. I hate feeling limited. I hate it. There's got to be something I got to fucking do. I hate that fucking feeling. I'm sorry for cursing so much. Apologies for that, but I just don't like feeling limited. I like to put all or nothing. I don't like. I can't. I'm not a quitter. I would rather put my fucking all into something before I can be like, okay, at least I fall. You know. But of course, me, I'll be like, yeah, bitch, I could have done this. I could have done that or something. Um, yeah, but you know, thank you guys for listening. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but yeah, it is tough when you don't have your shit together. Um, it is kind of annoying, but basically, I do want to plan on moving out and having my own career and getting stuff going on, and having something going for myself. So not for girls, but just for peace, so I can know like I am somebody and I can accomplish things. I think that's really important for me. I really need that. I want to do this because I believe I can do it, and whatever you guys want to do, I know you guys can do that, but just fuck everything else and I just accept it because it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be just embrace being being on this journey alone. That's the only thing we can do. But thank you guys for listening. I hope you guys have a good one today. It's hot as hell in this car as usual. It's I don't know, it's fucking 100 degrees in here. But hey, you guys take care. Have a good one, all right? Peace.